this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
The clock's running out on December deal drops at Lowe's, but there's still time to wrap up something they'll love. Shop great gifts under $50, like the DeWalt Elite Series 100-piece bit set. Plus, if you order by 2 p.m., you get same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop December deal drops while you can. Lowe's, we help, you save.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Wishing the holidays could come early? If you own or manage your business, they can. With help from iHeartRadio. People are already shopping for their loved ones and hunting for deals wherever they can find them, including right here. They're listening to the radio. They're listening to podcasts. They could be listening to you. Don't wait for everyone else to kick off the holidays. Get your best season of the year up and running today. Call 844-844-iHeart or visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
Welcome back. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odem. I'm your host, J.O. And this week, today, we are giving you a little rewind action. This is one of my favorite episodes of the year. 2025, jam-packed full of classic Laugh With Me moments, classic Laugh With Me episodes. This one in particular, I'm a fan of because I'm going to tell you right now, I did something for the first time. I did something I'm proud of. And you know what? It really wasn't nearly as bad as maybe the crowd thought or the judge, whoever was watching was like, oh, geez, Jeremy. No, it really wasn't that bad, okay? It was a tough space. I went out there. I gave it my all. And you'll listen. You'll hear all about it. I did my first ever roast battle. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Man, it's getting to the end of the year, Johnny. You're slowing down, brother. You're slowing down. That was definitely cause for an applause break. Thank you. And I did a roast battle, and it wasn't all right. I will say, now that I've done it, I do it again, I'm going to write differently, okay? I certainly am going to write differently, the jokes. But I went in with a strategy, I executed it, and you know what? Hand up, I lost. And that's okay. That's okay. Because sometimes you can't win. And you can't win if you don't try. So, you also can't lose if you don't try, right? I mean, if you don't try, you know, win, you can't lose. It made sense in my head. But no, this is back in March. I did the roast battle. It was a lot of fun. Probably, I would say there were a couple pretty good roasters. The rest of them, I think, honestly, on my part, maybe I even did better. Maybe it was just a matter of matchups. We were both so kind of, people described us as bland. And I would say that maybe wasn't true, but I could see where they're saying that. So we're going to give you that episode. Please listen. If you haven't heard the episode before, I did my first roast battle. It was awesome. And I look forward to the second time. I will be back on the roast battle stage. So if you're listening and you want some of this, come get some of this. Then I competed in my first roast battle tournament. Yeah, last Friday night, I competed in the Salty 16 Comedy Roast Battle, hosted by Caleb Salvatore. Actually, thank you, Caleb, for having me on the show and for inviting me. Man, that was quite the experience. I went into it thinking, all right, I've watched many a roast in my time, and in fact, it's something I have felt like I would be really, really good at because I can, sling wit from side to side when I have to. I've been known to sling it. This is different, This is different. And I learned that you can write really well. Like you can have some jokes that if you just read it, you'd be like, yeah, all right, that's good. That's better than what, maybe this guy said. Sometimes you just have to go a little harder. Like these roast battles, I thought I would stand out because, there's different ways to it. There's the people who are just like, I'm going to be as mean as possible. And then there's people who are like, no, I need like the most clever joke, or I need the most outlandish joke, or this one's going to be super personal, or this one's going to be so out of the box it's got nothing to do with this person. It could really hit anybody, but it'll make people laugh. Like, there's so many angles to it. I took the angle of, I'm going to have some jokes. Some of them are going to be written particularly at my opponent, because I knew my opponent is a 16-seed tournament, so 16 of us battling. And single elimination, so once you're out, I had 3 jokes in the first round, and I went up against another comic here in Omaha named Andy Wolf. Never met him. I met him that day, but I did some research ahead. I watched his act. I had an idea about this guy heading in. So I was like, I'm going to write some jokes that are tailored to him. And then I'm going to write a couple jokes. I could probably say it to anybody. And I don't know that it's not mean. I just think they're funny. And maybe I can get a laugh from it. And that might be enough, sandwiched around a couple of jokes that are tailored, to Andy, that I can be like, boom, advance to the next round. I just want to get some laughs. So I did. I put in some time. I put in some work into writing these jokes. I had a whole bunch of jokes written about Mr. Wolf. And then I was like, all right, well, what if I do win? What if I advance? And I didn't go into it thinking I was going to kill or crush and I was going to annihilate and win this tournament. This is my first time in the roast battle. I haven't been on stage in a while. I was like, so I'm not exactly expecting comedic gold, but I am going to put on a good performance. In my mind, I was heading into this. I'm like, I think I can do this. What I learned was, I can do this. But it's harder than it looks. Credit to everybody who does the roast battles. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I'm going on a limb. I'm putting it out there right now. If you've got a roast battle, if you've got a roast tournament, roast show of any type, I'm in. Like, sign me up. I feel like I get it. I feel like I will put on a better performance next time. I have a different angle I'm going to take on it. And I've probably given it away that I didn't advance, right? I didn't win the thing, and that's okay. I am going to play the audio from the roast battle, from my round of the roast battle. I'm going to play it here for you. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm just telling you that right now, not because of the content. I didn't say anything that was outlandish or vulgar or anything like that. Although some people did, and it worked. I took a different approach on it. And I still think in the right room, those kinds of jokes could have played. When I walked into the Beach House Bar and Grill in Omaha, Nebraska, first time I've been there, okay? When I walked in there, I should have known my jokes were not going to play. I should have known. That's on me. Hand up. And that's all right. Like, that's the game, right? I also want to say my opponent, Andy, he did a good job. Personally, I felt my jokes were better. Just saying that, man. We were talking before we went on stage because I wanted to meet the guy. We're talking. He had a whole stack of note cards of roast jokes. I mean, he could just pull out roast jokes for anybody, and he's like, boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Here's Jeremy, and that's awesome. That's what you got to do, right? You gotta build them up. I felt like mine were more tailored to my opponent, and maybe should have gotten a little more credit than they deserve, and that's earlier than what they got. It's okay they didn't. I had a lot of fun. I don't regret doing it. In fact, I'm very, very happy I did it. And I wish I felt better. I wasn't 100% by any means. Wish I'd have felt better. I could have enjoyed it a little more. In fact, I did the first round. I'm going to, spoiler alert, I did lose that first round. But I ran right after that I left because I didn't feel well. I was tired. But I felt good enough to go up there and perform. I had committed to doing it. I wanted to do it. Man, I just hadn't been on stage in a while. I was really, really looking forward to get out in there. So, the roast battle tournament, the Salty 16, man, I just can't say enough about it. It was a lot. It was a good time. I think it was Mr. Z in the back doing sound, and he had a mic, so he was chirping in from time to time, and then Caleb hosting. They did a great job. It's a great event, and look forward to hopefully being a part of it again. Unless I did that bad. I mean, you guys are gonna hear. Maybe I did. Maybe I did too bad. I don't know. I don't think I did. It was either. You know what? We had fun, right? That's all that matters. All right. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I'm not saying I won't pause. I might pause from time to time because I want to talk about it. We need to talk about this.
This next guy's been on this stage a number of times. I think he went pretty deep the last time we ran this tournament. I don't remember because I was really drunk. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Andy Woo!
Decent applause for Andy.
Any opening comments?
I don't really think it's fair that you're going to make me roast someone that looks like a burn victim.
He's not even up here yet.
Let's see.
So he hit me with a joke before we even started, okay? He already put it out there that he's here to play. That's a downfall. I should have come in with something as well when I take the stage next and been, boom, hit him right back. I didn't. I thought it was funny. So I'm just standing there laughing. Waiting to go. You get away. And again, I haven't been on stage in a while, okay? Haven't been on stage in a while. Anyway.
And his opponent. He hosts a podcast as well. It's called Tales from the Fire. No, I'm kidding. He does host a podcast, though.
That's got to be Kane.
Give it up for Mr. Jeremy Odem!
It was a little sunny out today.
All right, man. You were the victim of the first, that was a cheap shot. It was like he punched you right when we told you to tap gloves. So you're going to go up first here.
Sounds good. The two of us don't have a lot of features about us to really be jealous about. But I did experience something today that I know you're never going to experience ever again. And that was this fresh haircut.
Hey, you'll be there one day, bud.
Okay. He's bald, by the way. Shaved bald. Bald. Okay, so that's where that joke came from. I just got a fresh haircut that day. Which sidebar? If you guys, if you listen to the pod, you know that we go to Great Clips, and there's a specific lady. We call her Bad Haircut Lady because she gives a bad haircut to everybody, and it's not just bad haircut. She takes days. It's a whole thing. You have to go back to hear the story about Bad Haircut Lady. Anyways, I got Bad Haircut Lady, but I needed a haircut. I was about to perform. I get it. I get Bad Haircut Lady. I come home and I'm like, this isn't good. I don't feel well. I got this bad haircut, but I got a haircut. And knowing that one of my jokes is about how I got a fresh haircut, he can never do that. Trust me, I was hoping nobody would notice.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time. Call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
Atlanta is a spirit. It's not just a city.
I didn't really have an interest in being on air. I kind of was up there to just try and infiltrate the building.
It's where Crunk was born, in a club in the West End.
4 World Star. It was 559.
Where a tiny bar birthed a generation of rap stars. Where preachers go viral and students at the HBCU turned heartbreak into resurrection.
How do you get people to believe in something that's dead?
Where dreamers brought Hollywood to the South and hustlers bring their visions to create black wealth.
Nobody's rushing into relationships with you. Where are you from? They want to look you in the eye.
Where the future is nostalgia.
Talking to ChatGPT, she like, you really the first lady to have a Gangsta Girls tape in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, that's what separates you from a lot of people. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Atlanta doesn't wait for permission. It builds its own spotlight. I'm Big Rube. Let us guide you through the stories behind Atlanta's most iconic moments. Listen to Atlanta Is on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know the shade is always shadiest right here.
Season 6 of the podcast Reasonably Shady with Giselle Bryan and Robin Dixon is here, dropping every Monday.
As two of the founding members of the Real Housewives of Potomac, we're giving you all the laughs, drama, and reality news you can handle.
And you know we don't hold back, so come be reasonable or shady with us each and every Monday. I was going through a walk in my neighborhood. Out of the blue, I see this huge sign next to somebody's house.
Okay.
The sign says, "My neighbor is a Karen."
Oh, no way!
I died laughing.
What?
I'm like, I have to know.
You are lying.
It's humongous, y'all.
They had some time on their hands. Listen to Reasonably Shady from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Danny Shapiro, host of the hit podcast Family Secrets.
We were in the car, like a Rolling Stone came on, and he said, "There's a line in there about your mother." And I said, "What?"
What I would do if I didn't feel like I was being accepted is choose an identity that other people can't have.
I knew something had happened to me in the middle of the night, but I couldn't hold on to what had happened.
These are just a few of the moving and important stories I'll be holding space for on my upcoming 13th season of Family Secrets. Whether you've been on this journey with me from season 1 or just joining the Family Secrets family, we're so happy to have you with us. I'll dive deep into the incredible power of secrets, the ones that shape our identities, test our relationships, and ultimately reveal who we truly are. Listen to Family Secrets on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Kelly
Kelly, and some of you may know me as Laura Winslow.
And I'm Telma, also known as Aunt Rachel.
If those names ring a bell, then you probably are familiar with a show that we were both on back in the 90s called Family Matters.
Kelly and I have done a lot of things and played a lot of roles over the years, but both of us are just so proud to have been part of Family Matters.
Did you know that we were one of the longest-running sitcoms with a Black cast? When we were making the show, there were so many moments filled with joy and laughter and cut up that I will never forget.
Oh, girl, you got that right. The look that you all give me is so Black.
All Black people know about the look. On each episode of Welcome to the Family, we'll share personal reflections about making the show.
Yeah, we'll even bring in part of the cast and some other special guests to join in the fun and spill some tea. Listen to Welcome to the Family with Telma and Kelly on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Right. So the closest thing that Ginger Jeremy will ever come to having a soul is if he buys a Kia.
Slow burn.
Notice that my joke got way more laughter than the random Kia joke. I still don't understand that one.
You don't want to buy a Kia, man. Trust me. Been there. All right, Jeremy, joke number 2.
And then I got...
You voted for Trump just because you thought you were going to save a buck on a dozen eggs.
Actually, for the haircut, I got a discount. Jeremy here, he sneaks his way into the retirement home when it's cold outside.
We had to pause there. I hit them with the Trump joke. I said, "You look like a guy that voted for Trump to save $1 on a dozen eggs." That should have killed. That joke's funny. Trump can't change the cost of eggs. It was meant to silence. Luckily, it moved on. If you notice, he moved on. He came back with a retort immediately. It felt like eternity in between me finishing and him talking. That took a long time in my mind while I was on stage. Turns out it was just mere seconds. But yeah, that one bombed.
To have his way with the unresponsive patients. It's disgusting, but it has earned him the nickname, the Jolly Green Giant.
That bombed. His joke bombed too. I hit him with the egg joke. He comes back with some Jolly Green Giant joke. What was that? I still don't understand the joke. I think that fucked me up in the head as I'm standing on stage. I'm listening and I'm like, what is he? What is, like, there's a lot of words there. What is he even talking about? I'm just happy he bombed too.
Name, honestly.
Last joke 3, Jeremy.
Yeah, I forgot. The Jolly Green Giant got me good. Hey, Andy, if you know anything about Andy, he's had much luck in finding love. And one look at you, honestly, we just met today. You have a specific type. You may not be aware of this. Hopefully you're into Asians. I thought that one would bomb.
That's your bomb, Asian?
Yeah, I thought that one would bomb, but he's just got this look that Asians would be into. That's it.
Asians, but not Asians born in this country.
Gotta buy one, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta go overseas. This is a passport bro right here.
Here's the thing. This is I knew that joke. So here was the joke. Andy's had a tough time with love, and that's something he talks about in his act. And one look at him, and it's obvious who's going to be attracted to him. He needs to be looking. Hopefully he's into Asians, because he looks like a guy, white guy, bald head, goatee, beardish. The Asians would love this guy. They love a nerdy white guy like that. Just look around a little bit. You'll understand the joke. That joke was a risk, and I admitted that, and I even got a few laughs from that. So far, if you're paying attention, I've gotten more laughs.
Joke 3.
Captain CTE here used to play quarterback in high school.
No way.
Yeah, he was the backup though, but he does look like he has more downs than a football game.
Hit me with a downs joke.
You think that's believable that I play quarterback?
That team must have fucking sucked.
I did play football. They didn't let me put on the uniform and pads, but I never made the field. I promise you that.
All right, bet. Yeah, all right, give it up for both of these guys real quick here.
That's not 100% true. I did play high school football freshman year, and I played wide receiver, and I actually made the field. Another story for another day, but that's he just threw out a random quarterback joke. Down syndromes. I don't have Downs. Damn. I mean, I might look like I drank Mountain Dew as a kid, but I certainly don't have Downs. So far, if you're paying attention, I felt like I did okay.
I feel like I see both of them at like a speed dating event for some reason. Which they host here at Beach House if you're single, by the way. That's Scott. Who do you think won?
Nope. I was like, one of us has to advance. What the fuck?
Nope. I think the winners was these two guys sitting over here at the table of four with the wives that want to go to the strip club. Yeah. 'Cause I heard that shit.
Oh, they said they're going after here. Yeah.
They said they are afterwards. I heard that shit. All right, one more joke between the two of you. Andy, go ahead and start us off in this overtime right there.
All right, so Jeremy has a podcast, but it's so bland that I've got more flavor out of a box of Cheez-Its.
Andy, that joke bombed so hard. No laughs because everybody knows this ain't a bland podcast.
He has in his act, it costs nothing to be a nice person, but it's also free to be an asshole. I'd also like to add, free is what your wardrobe looks like.
Thank you. Yeah, I like your sneakers.
Thank you.
Like
That joke bombed, but it was good.
Yeah, we became friends somehow.
I kind of regret going to overtime now. I think this is a good opportunity to remind our crowd that we have no refunds. No refunds. We said it was going to be a roast battle. We didn't say it was going to be a funny one. That's all good. No, they're going to go to the next round. All right, well, you know, someone once told me that there is a rule out there where something has to be the funniest. Doesn't necessarily mean any of them are funny, but there has to be a funniest. For instance, there have been 35 school shootings in the United States this year. None of them were funny, but by law, there must have been a funniest school shooting this year. Scientifically. So of these two school shootings, I want you guys to make some noise for the funniest. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think Andy Wolf won, make some noise. 101. 101. They got loud for that. I love it. If you think Jeremy Odem won, make some noise.
One good joke. Come on.
88, Andy Wolf moves on! By default. Special Olympics right there. I like to see it.
Special Olympics. It's like a Make-A-Wish for stand-up comedy happening right there. You know what matters is that we all had fun. I do feel like my joke writing was far better than Andy's. I'll take him on again. I'm not scared. I 100% do not feel like I just got destroyed by that guy in that round. Now, I got less claps. I had less noise. It was all based on this noise meter. That's okay. A hand up. That's what decides it. I lost the round. I'm just saying I thought it was closer than what it was being led on to be. And everybody had a good time, right? So that was the Salty 16. I look forward to battling again. I hope I will get my rematch. And Andy, I don't know if you listen to the pod or not. Sounds like maybe you don't. You said it was a little bland. Hey, if you do, man, you're welcome to come on the show and we can, we can have the rematch. And there you have it. That's the Laugh With Me rewind. I did a roast battle. Yeah, and I'm going to do it again too, damn it. I really am. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. We'll be back with a brand new episode of Laugh With Me very soon. And remember, you can find us on the iHeartRadio app or anywhere you find your favorite podcast.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Amazon 5-Star Theater presents Real Customer Reviews, performed by Eva Longoria. Tonight's review, Sports Briefs. Oh boy, where do I even start with these performance mesh boxer briefs? These boxer briefs are like a magician's trick. You know the one where you go, where did that rabbit come from? So if you're looking for underwear that not only performs well, but also gives your package the attention it deserves, then look no further. 5 stars, Nicolicious. Shop the perfect gift this holiday season on Amazon.
Janice Torres here.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz. We host the podcast, Mind the Business, Small Business Success Stories, produced by Ruby Studio in partnership with Intuit QuickBooks.
We're back for season 4 to talk to some incredible small business owners.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
So listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know what a girl's best friend is? Not diamonds, her lawyers.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a fiery new legal drama
It's our own boutique. Women representing women.
you can't afford to miss.
Make it rain.
Showtime, ladies.
Stand up straight and breeze into that room like a storm no one saw coming.
Hulu original series, All's Fair, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
Running a business is hard enough. Don't make it harder with a dozen apps that don't talk to each other. One for sales, another for inventory, a separate one for accounting. That's software overload. Odoo is the all-in-one platform that replaces them all. CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, HR. Fully integrated, easy to use, and built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.